Hey guys, what's going on? It's 11 o'clock, a little bit after. Had a phone issue, was facing the wrong direction, so we had to correct that real quick. Hope everybody's doing good. It's Friday, it's a beautiful day outside. We're training jiu-jitsu right now. Hopefully you can go out in your yard and play a little bit maybe, or work on your schoolwork. But let's do some jiu-jitsu and exercise real quick. Make this our PE for the day, all right? So guys, we're gonna work on the same thing that we worked on earlier this week, but today we're working in no-gi, all right? So, if I grab a hold of Joe's wrist, my other hand's gonna come to the back of his neck, okay? Like this. Once I'm in this position, I'm gonna do the same thing that I did earlier with his hand, okay? So now that I have this position, I'm gonna pick it up a little bit, I'm gonna come underneath, over the top, try to grab on Joe's tricep, and I'm gonna try to hold and pinch his wrist in my armpit. Just like when we do our single legs, and I pinch his leg between my legs, I'm doing the same thing. When I come to the inside, I clear that arm. I'm stepping over the top, and I'm gonna pinch his wrist, not his hand, his wrist in my armpit. Now, from this position, I'm able to start working. I've got control of his arm. It makes it more difficult for him to defend. So I'm gonna take a step, and I'm gonna pull him forward to make him step himself. My foot should be in between his feet. If for some reason he stepped inside, that's okay. I just move my foot inside as I pummel my hand to hold on to his waist. I still want to pull him to me, so I don't necessarily want to go to him. I want to pull him to me and get my ear on his chest so I can listen to his heart. Now, my head should be right underneath his. I'm ready to start turning around, so I'm going to step. Now, guys, I don't want to just step across because that leaves my hip in. What I want to focus on doing is sticking my hip out, and my foot will go where it needs to go. All right, now from this position, I just extend my legs. Professor Joe's on top of me. I'm good, stable position. I'm gonna pull his elbow. He falls to the ground. My knee goes onto his belly. You can start working an arm lock here or Kimura, okay? So again, guys, off the bat, wrist control, then his head. From this position, I'm gonna pummel over and capture his wrist in my hand. So it went like this. Here, lift it up, over the top, grab the elbow or the tricep, pinch his wrist in my hand. Step and pull to make Professor step. Now my hand's gonna come across his chest, around his back to grab onto his hip. My ear goes to his chest, so I move him to me here. From this position, yep, Professor Joe's still alive. My head's underneath, I'm gonna start turning around. Remember, I don't need to step, because if you step, what's gonna happen is you're never gonna go and they're just gonna step across. What I need you guys to focus on doing when we're in this position is shoving your hip through, okay? So if you watch what my hip does, I push my hip through. My foot's gonna go where it needs to go, okay? So the key on that one, guys, is when I step, I'm shoving my hip through, then my foot's gonna land. If you do it by yourself, wrist control, collar, pummel, capture that elbow, step, pummel underneath, start to turn around. Remember, shove my hip through as my foot comes down. It's not your step and then shove your hip through. It's as you're stepping, shove your hip through and your foot's gonna go where it needs to. Pull over the top, knee on belly, I can start attacking that near side arm. Do you have any questions, guys? I wanna see some thumbs up out there and some high fives with some comments on who's training.
Gavin says hi.
What's up, big guy? Hey, Gavin, how you doing, buddy? Are you practicing on Zara again? I want to see those pictures. It looked like she armbarred you pretty good the other day. Oh, no. You didn't look so happy when she was in the mountain position, though.
Willie says thumbs up.
What's up, guys? Good to see everybody.
Thanks for tuning in and joining us on
Yeah,
this
send
beautiful
us some
Friday.
more pictures, guys. We want to see your videos and your pictures of you guys training. That really, warms my heart when I see you guys doing that, all right? So please send in those videos. One more time, guys. Here we go again. So it starts off with wrist control. 1, 2. Now I'm gonna lift, come over the top as I grab his tricep and scoop his wrist with my arm. Step, pull Professor to me to make him step. Now my hand's gonna come underneath his armpit and grab onto his waist. My head goes underneath his chin, my ear goes to his chest. So I'm in a really good position here. It's gonna be very difficult for Professor to sprawl or get away from me now. So from this position, I turn my foot. Remember, I'm shoving my hip through. and my foot's gonna find where it needs to go. Now I can extend my legs, let Professor fall down to the ground, start working the Kimura or arm lock from that position. All right, guys? I hope you guys are practicing this at home. Now, guys.
Willie says it isn't the same rolling on the grass.
Oh, trust me, I know. It's not the same being here without this place full of 50 or 60 people, you know? It's very, very different for us. Professor Joe and I, we've been in here almost every single day, either working on the academy or working on the academy and filming virtual classes for you guys. So literally, we're working more now than we have in the past like 6 months. Because we're here, like literally we only leave to go eat, to come back to keep working. So we want you guys in here, and we're trying to improve everything in the academy right now. So when you guys come back, you're gonna be amazed at what it looks like. Like crazy amazed at what this place looks like now. So we're almost done finishing some stuff up. We got a couple more things that we're working on, but you guys are gonna be really, really happy with the academy when you come back to it.
Yeah, super excited to get you back to it. And more importantly, while things are crazy like this, it is definitely different being able to roll around outside on the grass, but how great is it that you get to do that?
Yeah,
it's a
right.
beautiful day out today. Get out there, grab your brothers, sisters, mom, dad, go outside, train a little bit, stay physically active, and practice your jiu-jitsu.
Work on those double leg takedowns. I saw those guys working on the other day. Davis and Carter were working on those the other day. I got a picture of that too.
Awesome.
All right, guys, so now we're gonna start working on stuff from the ground, okay? Again, we've got our belt again. I'm gonna find the middle of it, stick my foot in. We've been working on this all week. Remember, guys, I'm not just stomping my feet forward and back, okay? That's not what I'm trying to do, because I'm either gonna miss or I'm gonna step on top of my own foot. What I'm trying to do is go back and forth and have a gap between my feet, okay? So that gap between my feet would be like Professor Joe's shoulders, okay? So as I work, I push with the outside of my foot, extend as I retract, kick my leg out, see all that tension, transition that tension to the other foot by extension, flexion, boom, extension, flexion, kick out, okay, keeping that belt nice and tight between your legs, okay? Now we can start working our lasso leg with it. So out, over, under, behind, okay? So that rope should wrap from your knee, around your leg, to your ankle. Now you unwind. If you notice, I keep it attached to my leg. Okay, what I don't want to do is be way out, over, making moves. Nice and tight circles. You guys have been working on this all week. So look, guys, nice, tight circles. Keep your body connected to it. Nice, tight circle. Okay? If I'm doing this with Professor Joe, it's going to be a little bit different. I'm still going to have my feet on his hips. Now, guys, I don't want to grab with my palms down. Okay? Because my arm's out, and what I'm trying to use here, because my arm's away from my body, I have to use all my arm strength. But if I turn my hands over and get my elbows tight to my body, I'll have a lot more control of Professor now, okay? Now, if he tries to pull me back, he has to lift up my whole body. Whereas here, Professor tries to pull me back, he's pulling my arms and I'm trying to pull him back to me as he gave me a wedgie.
I'll plan that.
So guys, palms up, thumbs to the outside, okay? From this position, same thing, foot, extension, foot, extension, okay, back and forth. Turning to my side as I extend the leg. Turning to my side as I extend the leg. Now if I want to work lasso, out, over, under, I keep my same grip. If you guys remember that hook grip that I was trying to do with my hand in front of my thigh, just like this. I can only do that if I have a palm up grip. If I'm in this position, to try to lasso leg this is difficult. And look where my hand's at now. It's difficult to get my elbow down, and Professor Joe's just gonna rotate that hand out and I lose it. But if I grab his hand this way as I come over and under, Professor Joe can try to pull that hand all he wants and that thing's not going anywhere, okay? Again, I've got another palm up grip on his other side, and I'm starting to work this control position. Push to the spider over here, kick out, stay connected to the lasso over here. Pull back through, okay? If I want to start working my sweep, guys, we've worked on this position all week. Let's try to work our sweep now. Over, under, here. Okay, now guys, you'll be able to see my feet a lot better now that there's no gi. So I'm gonna bring my foot across to the opposite side of his hip. When I let go, I'm gonna grab a hold of Professor Joe's foot. Now, right now, Professor Joe's standing up and he's got great balance. I need to bring him forward and make him plant his hand. So I'm gonna pull and make him plant his hand that way. My hand is gonna come underneath as I push him away from me and I scoot my butt to sit up, okay? One thing that you're gonna have to do, guys, once I get to this position, I need to push his hand away and switch my grip, okay? So I went from palm up to palm down. I came up on top, elbows out, palms to me, switch to palm away, all right? Now that I'm in this position, I work to come up on top. I can hang on to his leg. That'll help pull me as I kick my leg back and get to my knee on belly position, okay? We're gonna work this sweep one more time, guys. For you little itty bitty kids, I just want you, for my tinies and my littles, I want you guys just working that spider back and forth. Okay, if you want to try the sweep, you can, but I need the little warriors and I need the warriors and the juniors working on the sweep. So again, guys, feet on the hips. Push, push. Again, palms are up from this position. Extend over here. Again, palm up. Okay, my feet come together. From this position, I'm going to split them a little bit. My foot comes up to his shoulder to help control his arm more. If you look here, Professor Joe's able to move his arm and his shoulder a lot. When I bring my feet together, I want to spread my feet and control here. Now I can grab a hold of his ankle, move him forward so he plants, come up over the top. Right here's what I'm talking about, where when you lose the hand, just turn your hand over, okay? Now to stand up, if I want to hang on to his leg, put my hand on the ground and lean forward. Kick my leg back, I can let go, hand on the hip, hand on the shoulder. Start working a baseball bat choke. Okay? You guys understand? Do you have any